Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be trying a full face of products from Flower Beauty. So I have got a full face of products here from Flower Beauty. I think the only thing I don't have is a powder. But other than that, I'm pretty sure I have everything here to accomplish this. So let's go ahead and get started with brows. So I have obviously the Flower Beauty Fiber Fix Brow Gel, and this is in the shade Blonde. I don't know why, but I like the packaging that it's like this matte flat white with the gold. However, it does get a little bit dirty. So that's the only issue. But let's open this up. So it is just a little spoolie with brow gel as well as fibers. So I actually have been using this when I want to do a more natural looking brow, but also a little bit more full, because this does grab on to the brow hairs that you already have. And see what I mean? Like, it's not giving me a full blocky brow or anything like that, but it is giving me a little bit of fill with the fibers. And it does fluff up my brow nicely. And then I just kind of flick that side down. And really, that's kind of where I leave it. I've used this over top of other brow pencils, and it works fine. This is just kind of the look that I've been going with when I use this product. And that's really all that I do. If you have a lot of natural hair and you just want something that's going to give you a little bit of fullness and allow you to kind of shape, I mean, I like it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Is it a good product? Yes. Is it anything revolutionary as far as brow products? No, not really. I don't know. It's not like wowing me, and it's not disappointing me. It's just a good product overall. I just threw on some Milani eyeshadow primer. So next for eyeshadow, from Flower Beauty, I do have, okay, has anybody else noticed that it used to be called Flower Beauty, but now you see it branded a lot of times as Flower by Drew? And like on these products, it just says Flower. Like, it doesn't even say Flower Beauty. Yeah, I just wondered about that. But like, I've seen on CVS, you can type in Flower Beauty and certain products show, and then if you type in Flower by Drew, other products show up. So I don't know if they're rebranding or what, but I have this Warrior Glitter Shadow, and this is in the shade Camo. As you can see, it's this dark green with gold in it. I'm not going to be using that today, but I just wanted to swatch it for you. It is really pretty, and I like how it catches the light. So again, not going to use that today, but I just wanted to show it to you for reference. What I am going to go in with is my Petal Play Shadow Quad, and this is in the shade Black Iris. I have used this in a tutorial before. It is a really nice eyeshadow palette. Now there are larger ones, but I don't know, this was just the one that kind of stuck out to me as something that I didn't really have, with these pretty purple shades at the time and kind of that gray tone. So there are the swatches of that. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this shade right here into the crease, going very lightly because it is a little bit darker than I would typically tend to go for, but I think we can make it work. I'm not 100% what shade name that is. But anyway, let's just pop a little bit of this into the crease. See, it can get a little bit dark a little quickly, so you just have to be careful. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this color on the inner and outer part of the eye with the flat shader brush. So taking some of that dark purple, again on the inner and the outer. And I'm just going to kind of let that blend into my crease as well. Kind of trying to leave that little middle section open. And then in the middle, I'm going to take some of this golden shade and just pack it on with my finger. So I am getting a little bit of fallout there. I'm going to try that wet. So let me put some on my finger and spritz it with a little bit of Catrice. Let's see if that'll give me a little more. No, not really. Blending with a little bit of that purple. So this is a little dark, a little smoky. What I like about it is it's quick and easy, and the formulas are nice. The mattes are nice, and the shimmers are nice quality. Let's see, can we work in that purple? Let's use it. Maybe I'll go back and put it on the lower lash line here in a minute. Hopefully it doesn't look like a bruise. But yeah, they blend nicely. They look pretty. It's a nice palette. Of course there are other colors in this, but again, I got this one just because they were colors that I didn't really already have, as far as like that purple and that kind of grayish purple color. So, oh, I guess I should do the other eye, shouldn't I? Let me do that real quick and I'll come back and we'll try some mascara. Okay, throw on the other eye, and now we're going to try the Warrior Princess mascara. Okay, so it's got this royal hourglass brush, and I typically am not a fan of that type of a brush. I didn't notice that when I got this. And I actually got this when CVS had a sale. So it's originally at CVS $10.49, and I got it for $3.66. So the packaging's cute though. Look at that. That's cool. Alright, so let's pop this open. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that type of kind of hourglassy. Can you see that? The hourglass. I feel like it's gonna be messy. That's my initial thought. So, oh, I did also curl my lashes real quick. These bristles are odd. I don't feel like I'm even getting anything. Let me try this again. Okay. So it's holding the curl as of right now, but it's not really depositing a lot of product. I actually don't have any mascaras that have that same type of wand. I'm pretty sure I got rid of them because I didn't like them. Okay, so let's go in and try a second coat. One thing I will say is it is actually holding my curl, which tends to be an issue with a lot of mascaras, but other than that, it's not really giving me a lot of length or volume. Alright, let's just let that sit, and then at the end we'll come back and check and see if my curl has dropped or not. For primer, we're going in with the Supernova Celestial Skin Elixir. Well, I was going to tell you what it does, but it's something brightens, smooths, primes, and hydrates, packed with a blend of antioxidants and pearlescent pigments. This ultra lightweight oil is the key to the most smooth, radiant makeup application. This primer seemed to kind of go big when it first came out. I remember a lot of people reviewing it, but I just never picked it up. So it definitely, you can see the pearlescent pigments in it. Oh, that is oily. Oh my. Oh, that's got a scent to it. What is that scent? It's a little medicinal smelling. This is my second time using this. I actually used it in my testing the KVD Good Apple Foundation Balm. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it for you above and below. Wow, that is oily. Look at my hands. It's got a little bit of like a medicinal smell to it. It's not horrible, but you notice it right from the get-go, but then it kind of dissipates, thankfully. Okay, so let's give that a second to do its thing. Okay, so I'm actually going to go kind of a reverse order today. I'm going to go ahead and put on my concealer first, and this is the Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. Mine is in the shade 0.5 Ivory. Here is what the doe foot looks like. I have used this once, and I have to be honest, I wasn't as impressed as I thought I would be. I felt like this was another product that on YouTube got a lot of good reviews, and when I tried it, it seemed a little drying to me, honestly. But I think I want to try it today on that primer and see if we get any kind of a different result. So let me go ahead and blend this in. And what I do like is this is just a smidge peachy, so it's nice for covering the purple under my eyes. See how far that blended out, just that little bit? Can you see how it just kind of looks drying on the, like it's already dried down also. The color is nice, but like, geez, that dries down so fast, and the inner corners of my eyes just look so dry. It seems like no matter how much I tap out, it just kind of looks crepey. Alright, so for complexion, I have the Get Real Serum Foundation, and I also have the Light Illusion Luminous Makeup blah 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 foundation. And I think let's go in with the Light Illusion. It's been a while. This is in the shade Shell L0. And let's do a pump. Well, we're going to need 2 pumps. Alright, so there is 2 pumps. I'm going to wet my sponge a little bit. I know I like this foundation because I didn't declutter it, but I honestly can't remember my thoughts on it because it's been a while. So let's start where I need the most coverage, which is going to be around my cheek area. And let's blend this in. So here is one side. Now I am having some issues right here on both sides of my cheeks. I have like these dry patches. What I think happened is we went to the campground for Easter. I put on my Buxom Plumping Lip Gloss, and then when I blew my nose, I think I like smeared it onto my cheeks, and I swear that it broke me out, like riding in the wind and that being on my cheeks, because my cheeks right here have burned, and now I have like these little patches of dry skin. So I'm not going to blame the foundation for that looking bad, because I think I literally burnt my skin with that lip gloss. But anyway, the coverage is nice. The luminosity is definitely there. It looks nice, honestly. So let's go ahead and do the other side. So again, I'm going to have an issue right there. It's just, there's not much I can do about it at the moment. I've lotioned, I've tried to exfoliate, but my skin is just not happy in that section. So be careful with that plumping stuff. You can, I honestly think I burnt my skin. So it is a little bit drying on my nose, but again, I'm just having some issues at the moment. Oh, it's like settling into the lines on my forehead. I don't remember it doing that before. I wonder if that primer has anything to do with that, because it is a little bit more of an oily consistency. Alright, so before I go in and set my face, for highlighter, we're going to use the Day Glow Highlighting Glaze. I really like this product. It's really interesting. I found with this you can go in with the sponge or your finger. So I'm just going to take my ring finger, tap into it, or excuse me, swirl it, and then I'm just going to tap it where I want it, which is going to be right here. This is a really nice product too to put under a powder highlight, and it really gives it something to stick to and makes it pretty intense. If you want more of a natural highlight, just using this on its own is really nice. Like look, it just gives you a real nice shift in the light. This is a really nice product. I like to use this a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and just set my face with some Wet n Wild translucent powder, because like I said, I think powder is the only thing I don't have, and then we will continue on. So I put powder on my face everywhere except for my under eyes, because they honestly already look so dry, but the downside is they are creasing quite a bit, but I just don't want to add any extra powder there. And this did seem to settle into the fine lines on my forehead, which again, I don't remember that being an issue, so I'm thinking that may have something to do with the primer. For blush, I do have one of their blush bombs in the shade Pinched. While I like this formula a lot, I'm not a fan of this color particularly. So I picked this up again. I got this on sale and it ended up being three something. Yeah, $3.59, originally $10.29. And this is one of their Flower Pots Powder Blush, and I got this in the shade Warm Hibiscus. Now, when you order these flower pots, you want to watch, because some of them are matte and some of them are shimmer, and I didn't rightly know, but this one actually is a bit shimmery, which is fine. Jeez, oh Pete, release the blush. Alright, so here is what we are working with. Let me swatch this. It's like pink with a gold sheen to it. Okay, I'm getting a little NARS Orgasm there, but I don't think I even own that anymore. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take my Japanesque angled brush, get some of that on here. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. That is super pretty for spring. Like with that gold in it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that. That's a good color. Again, that was Warm Hibiscus. That's pretty. For bronzer, I have the Heatwave Luminous Bronzer in the shade Sunrise L1. Now, here's the only thing about this. Okay, can you see where I haven't really swirled my brush? It looks really cool toned, but then up here where I've actually used it before, it's really warm toned. So I don't know if the other shade is like the opposite of this, but this is the lightest shade and that's why I got it. But just be warned, it's not as cool toned as it looks before you swirl your brush into it. So just FYI. So I'm going to take my Eco Tools and just lightly bronze the skin. Again, this is warmer than I actually would want. It's a pretty one. I just wish it was more true to color as it looks in the pan. That's my only issue with it, but it's a nice bronzer. All right, for lips, this is something new. This is their Bitten Lip Satin, or excuse me, Bitten Lip Stain in the shade Tempt. So the applicator looks just like the one in the concealer. Oh, okay, okay, that's pretty. Okay, now it's kind of not liquidy, obviously, because it's a stain. I want to say whipped, but I don't know if that's even the right word to describe it. All right, let's finish up the under eyes real quick. I think I'm actually, I don't know what I want to do. I feel like if I go in with that purple, it's going to look like I have a bruise. So maybe I'm going to take the gold and the brown. Okay, now let's try, I'm nervous to try this mascara on the bottom lashes. I feel like with this brush, I'm going to get it everywhere. Okay, not bad. Okay, I also have this, the Forever Wear Eyeliner Crayon, and this is in the shade Moonstone. So I'm going to pop a little of this in the water line. It does give a little bit of brightness to the eyes. I like that. I use that, again, on like the more natural looking days to kind of make my eyes pop. Let's test this lip stain. Okay, so once it dries, no transfer, and now you just have pure color. So that's interesting to note. Okay, so let's go over everything. I want to like it, but it's a little too drying for me. Love this foundation. I honestly think that the primer has something to do with it sinking into my fine lines, because I cannot remember it doing that in the past. The mascara, I'm a little undecided on. The lip stain, very interesting. I'd be interested to try this in other colors, like something more peachy for spring. I'm interested in that. And then the Day Glow highlighter is honestly one of my favorites. So for me, I'm gonna say, well, okay, I really like this blush too, but I don't feel like the shade is so unique that you couldn't find it somewhere else. Like, I want to say there's one from Wet n Wild that reminds me of this, which is probably a lot cheaper, but do I like it? Yes. So I'm going to say my top three would have to be this Moonstone. I really like the brightness it gives me. The lip stain, I like that. And especially like for right now where you're wearing mask, if you do get to go somewhere where you can take off your mask, you don't have to worry about this having so much transfer. And then definitely the Day Glow highlighter. I like how natural that is, or the fact that you can use it as a base for powder highlighters to really make it pop. So that is me trying out this full face of Flower Beauty products. Let me know down below, did anything stand out to you? Is there anything I didn't try that you have tried from Flower Beauty that you think is worth noting? So thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.